In the past several months, there's been tons of talk about a recession. Now, it may be a small recession by the traditional definition, but you can certainly feel it in your everyday finances, especially with the high inflation that we're also experiencing, which presents a unique conundrum. When you have inflation, people want to put their money in a place that has a high rate of return, like investments of some sort. But when there's a recession, people generally want to hold as much cash as possible in a safe location, so that if the economy continues to decline and layoffs happen, there's a bit of extra something between you and the street, more than the tires on your car or the soles on your shoes. So today I've got some accounts that are providing some great interest on your cash, so that your emergency fund or extra cash don't lose too much value due to inflation, while giving you a bit of security. First thing to note, this video is coming fully from experience. I'm not just looking at the best accounts for you to use and resharing it. These 3 accounts are what my wife Bailey and I are using right now to hold our cash, and we've been very happy with all 3. Of course, Bailey doesn't honestly care that much. If a mattress held her cash, then she'd be happy with it. But mattresses don't pay interest, huh? I'll have links for each in the description. The first is the Discover Savings Account. Right now it's at 3%, which is pretty great for a savings account. And there's no limit to the cash that'll earn 3%, or at least the limit's so high it's not gonna affect any of us. We have almost our entire 4-month emergency fund in Discover just to keep it available and get some decent interest. I've been banking with Discover for probably 7 or 8 years now, and I've been pretty happy with them. They've had excellent customer service, and I've never had an issue with my account or anything. Plus, you have access to a cashback checking account, which is also pretty sweet. Now, if you've watched this channel for any amount of time, you know that I'm not into credit cards. Having said that, the only real downside of Discover is they'll market you on their credit cards. That's probably their most profitable form of business, which is why they push it. I don't honestly get that much marketing for it. I'm just telling you, be aware. The second account is Current's checking account. We don't honestly use their account for anything other than savings. It's not technically a savings account. It's called Savings Pods, and you can earn 4% on up to $6,000 by creating 3 pods and adding $2,000 to each pod. We've actually earned over $100 just from that since July, and they actually add the interest to your account daily instead of at the end of each month. Now, this is in our emergency fund. We're just parking some money in there for the time being. I have reviewed Current's cashback debit card, so if you want to check that out, watch this. After you finish this video though, I think the account has gotten quite a bit better since I reviewed it, especially since they added the high yield earning. The third and final account that we're using to earn high interest is with the account that I just reviewed, the Juno account. Now, this is actually a checking account, and it's not technically interest by the official definition. I don't know if it's because it's a checking account, not a savings account. They call it a savings bonus, which is essentially the same thing. At the end of the month, they just deposit the bonus into your account. Right now, you can earn 5% on the first $10,000 that you have in your account and 3% on the next $240,000. So we've been using Juno for probably 80 to 90% of our expenses for the last 3 months, and I've been really happy with them so far. That's why I have my direct deposit set up right now, and it works really well because any extra cash that we have sitting in our checking account can still earn high interest. Highly recommend. So the question is, why do we still use the Discover account? It provides the same interest as Juno after 10 grand. And the answer is, I honestly like having cash in several places. And Discover has really treated us very well so far. We've never had any issues with them, and while all 3 accounts that I mentioned are FDIC insured, Discover provides the stability of a larger bank for holding some of our money, even though they don't have a brick and mortar location. If you're interested in any of these, check out my links in the description down below, as well as the reviews that I've done of each account. All but Discover are referrals, so I do get a small benefit from you using them, but I mean, I would recommend these regardless because this is where we're actually holding our money. Until next time, check out this video next because that's what YouTube thinks that you'll like, and thanks for watching.